All the pressure on Fnatic's shoulders in their home studio on home turf.
Most played support with Tom Kench. And you have the rise for Xiaohu, his best champion.
They pull this off. Will Fnatic or Royal Never Give Up strike first in the mid-season invitational group stage? You guys know how to vote. Go jump on Twitter and throw up those hashtags. Let's see who's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's kick off Fnatic versus RNG. Let's take a look.
Look at level 1 here. Oof. They're expecting RNG maybe to move in and place an early ward, or is it Fnatic on their side? Ming will be able to spot them.
It's not the first time that we've seen Fnatic do some shenanigans at level 1. They have been creative at times.
Definitely.
Over the past few months, resources into him, something that we see a lot. We'll talk on that in just a moment as MLXG may have an opportunity now. Gonna move in with that Predator, sidestep by Whipper into the Sangren pool. Takes a lot of damage, potential dive on the cards, but not going to commit further. No summoner spells used either.
Oh, the young Rooker keeping it very cool there.
Not any follow-up. Let's take a look at the head-to-head matchup, of course, because that could be the game-changing play. Look at the CSD at 15, 13 for Uzi, but the gold percentage is very, very high.
Ooh, let's see around mid first.
Let's take a look. Xiaohu, forced to flash already, gets chomped on by Broxah. But advantage for Fnatic.
Kaiser.
Yeah, also the Trundle if he's around mid, and if there is a skirmish between junglers and mid laners, that in the time it could be useful. He really get one.
Find out, insta cleanse into the last breath. Some damage down into Xiaohu, but it's Caps that's falling low. Teleport, no, it was Ming that came in with the Abyssal Void.
Reckless is here
to get the gobble down onto MLXG.
Oh,
Reckless jumps in with a killer instinct, tries to throw down some Acathian Rain. Nobody's died yet, and nobody will die for a moment.
It's gone, but this bot lane turret, Uzi, full control like we see so often from him in playoffs, in the LPL. Like, he's been so insane in every single game he's played so far, and now he's up 20 CS against Reckless. He takes a turret at 12 minutes, and he's not even completing his raid play yet.
I mean, that's solo gold as well, but they're going in mid lane.
They are indeed. Winter's Bite comes out. Tower first blood secured by RNG. Actual first blood secured by Brox and Fnatic. They've got a 4-man stack in the mid lane, so they might get the tower at the cost of the Drake.
Yeah, really nice roam again by Hylissang in position to get that. They're trying to trade mid lane turret here.
Well, they're going to do their best. The minion wave is dying, though. It doesn't go down. MLXG could come up with that Ragnarok from the south. Decides not to throw that one down yet. Just hits him with the undertow and then starts to back away. RNG got the tower and the dragon at the cost of Xiaohu's life.
Fnatic
Rom in position in front of him. Seemed like a very, very respectful flash, perhaps a little bit too respectful. And mid lane turret's just going to go down straight up now. RNG could even go right back to the Rift Herald, grab that, and that would mean the third outer going, because you're going to be giving up Rift Herald, you're going to be giving up dragons, and when the Baron is up in a couple more minutes, you have to worry about giving that up too.
And I've seen multiple times this RNG team set up vision properly around Baron and be ready to just either bait around it or turn for the fight, and they have a choker. So there's not even that big chance of a Baron steal happening on the side of Fnatic. Everything is in RNG's favor. It's just a Yasuo pick that I'm looking at, saying this is now your win condition if you're Fnatic, and Caps is able to push in his lane.
Well, let's see what he can do. Follows up with a Q, manages to get the last breath as well. A shield comes up.
There we go!
And a Steel Tempest for the solo kill. Win condition enabled.
That was insane from Caps. So clean. Getting
Little moments and swings of power. All of a sudden, Fnatic are looking good. They've closed that gold gap.
So let's talk about some of the ways RNG can now answer. We know they can't win 1v1 against the Yasuo, so I think they have two choices. One is you send down Ming plus another one in his belly, and you 3v1 try and kill Caps down that bottom lane. The other option is you just rush to the Baron after pushing mid. Fnatic was, in case RNG just wanted to push mid and rush straight to Baron, they would have walked into Caps and Broxah, but RNG, they knew, okay, we don't see these players at the moment, we have to just stay back, and Lepi's now jumping Caps.
Let's see what sort of can happen. The silence comes up. Very good blade. The Caps will still get run down as the unstoppable Ragnarok MLXG is chasing him. Finally going to slice and dice his way out. The Caps goes down.
Yeah, and they have the option to just push top. I mean, they still have the Rift Herald, so they're just going to drop the Rift Herald and look to push an inner turret here. But Fnatic with a pretty nice response, pushing mid, knocking down that mid outer, so at least able to get a turret. And Caps bought a lot of time there without even having his flash available.
Yeah.
That dash over the wall was so sick, and a lot of nice sidesteps there, but just not enough to get him away. Still very well played.
Oh man, it just continues to build. The Rift Herald will get taken out now by Reckless. He uses that Ecathian Rain, making his way towards those second items, by the way. Essence Reaver, Pickaxe, as well as the Shard. 2 item spikes slowly creeping in, and Azael, we're going to get to
in this build. You know, he had a lot of the kind of the supportive things banned away from him. There's no mid lane Karma or Morgana. There's no shielding coming out from a Lulu. So he is still somewhat vulnerable if he gets caught. But look at Caps going forward.
Whoa! Caps chunks out 60% of MLXG's damage with a Phantom Dancer IE. Now that's the Smite user that's forced away.
Rise can be so devastating to Yasuo in a team fight. Does have a cleanse, but
Maybe not enough.
yeah.
We get to see if it actually ends up hurting him in some of these fights. Fnatic will get a Cloud Drake.
Okay, when are we going to fight again? All right, let's put some expectations on this. RNG continues to make me ask more questions. I've never
This has
seen
been a very insane game.
never
despite
seen
so few kills.
a Yasuo game go so slowly.
Too many
Not moves
hits.
one way or the other. Right, Engage is going to be on MLXG. He flashes over. Insta flash from Caps. That's one. Lemmy's going to be the next target, but the top tower not even available, and the rest of RNG have responded.
Jungler's down and the flashes off the Cho'Gath just becomes so hard for them to steal, but Caps is just going to pick it up.
Oh, Caps just gets eaten alive. The rest of Fnatic now are inside the pit. Hemo Plague lands onto 3 for Whippo, but Baron is hammering away. The gigantic heal will bring Whippo back to full HP, but Xiaohu's on the inhibitor turret.
Yeah, they didn't actually handle that right. Caps got such a good pick, but then he went to stop the blast cone, so Lemmy wouldn't be able to blast cone in and feast the Baron, but he gives up his life to do it, meaning they lose the inhibitor turret on the bottom side. RNG is the one who has priority on Baron now.
And they're going at least around it. They can just start it here because Caps is dead for another 30 seconds. He's the only player they have to be afraid of, and they have the Cho'Gath and, of course, Uzi ready to kill it. So this should be RNG getting Baron, and they also got bot lane in it, but they're not starting it. They're actually playing it just super slow.
I would have thought they'd at least try
They
to
can
get the
still go
TP
now.
out of
Okay,
Whippo,
they
but
were just waiting for Ming. They're waiting for Ming with ult. That's fine. Now they can do it.
it's theirs. Fnatic has base. They're not even going to check it, so this is just a conceded Baron here, 32 minutes in. Big advantage going over to RNG.
I think right before there, Caps saw that MLXG was a weird...
Is now picked up for Xiaohu to complement the Banshee's Veil. Randuin's putting in the top lane. More of Mortius for Uzi. And yes, Fnatic get a Constellation Dragon, which may help later, but they have to fend off a Baron-empowered siege.
Let's see what happens around mid, because the RNG is setting up their own little trap.
All right, MLXG comes out. The Undertow falls a little short. Killer Instinct is available. In goes Hilly. Gets a knock up. MLXG is already down. He's got enough armor or hit points. Lemmy's the next target. He's being melted by Reckless and Caps taken out. All of a sudden, RNG with Baron, they lose 2 members.
The one positive for Fnatic was all the outer turrets were already dead, so they had a lot of room to move and just look for a fight. They didn't have to sit back and defend a siege. They could actually just force and engage, and it was RNG setting up in that little brush. That's a Fnatic tactic. You can't do that against them.
Didn't work out. All right, Banshee's Veil pops by Xiaohu. That was the W of Reckless that connected into the Baron team. That's the 4th tower of the game for Fnatic. They're now setting their sights with inhibitor mid. 25 seconds for Levy, 8 seconds for MLXG. The inhibitor should fall, and Fnatic will once again even...
That's kind of the power of the Trundle, right? He's down built full tank, and then Trundle ulting you on top of that, but RNG, maybe looking for this fight, they're TPing in.
Uzi with the spider senses, he manages to interrupt the living artillery. Brux is on the front line, forced to run for his life. Devour from Ming by so much time. Brux is taken out. That's the most fed member. Whippo follows immediately thereafter. Fnatic get caught out. Killer Instinct goes down for Reckless before he's shut down. That might just be game.
Yeah, I think this is just going to be game here. It's only 2 members alive, and it's the support in the jungler. The bottom inhibitor is open.
Oh, he's going to stop the recall.
He is indeed. Feral scream for the silence. Quiet the Fnatic fans.
Fnatic all in to try and kill Uzi, but there was a Tom Kench right next to him, and the moment Uzi popped out of that belly, he turned around and he just destroys Fnatic.
This was an insane game, back and forth, and the living artillery that stopped Fnatic's backs. That's what turned this game around. RNG are waiting for the minions to pour into the base. The Nexus turrets are falling. The Nexus is killed, and RNG take down Fnatic.
What a crazy game there. As you said, almost all decided by Fnatic, deciding to camp that brush, getting spotted out. RNG makes the immediate collapse.